Okay. So we'll have like
Yeah.
haste in there.
Yeah, so that's on the field. Also, you see the bottom portion where it says when Cleo dies, probe 1.
Mm-hmm.
And what probe 1 does, it says to probe 1, you may draw a card, then discard a card. So if Cleo dies for whatever reason, I'm gonna draw 1, and then I could probe 1, and then I'll discard 1 out of anything in my hand.
Okay. So you're gonna discard.
Yep, discard. So there's that. Combat phase. Let's just say Iris is here, Cleo's here. So you see a 5 and a 3. 5 is my offense, 3 is my defense. Eris has a 6 and a 6. So if we go to combat, so really quick, if we go to combat, let's say this is engage, you're gonna declare attacker. So
Yep.
Eris is gonna be attacking. So you don't attack the other person's creature that's on the board. You are attacking any one of their.
Oh, that's right. Any one of their 66 or whatever.
Their 11-year cards. So in this case, Eris is going to be okay. I'm attacking here. So the defending player has the option to either defend or let it go through. If I defend, of course, my 5/3 and her 6/6, she's gonna kill me, and then I'll go discard. But that has been blocked to save my 11-year card. If I let it go through, go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you let it go through, the card goes to your hand, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, you let it go through. You're gonna flip over the card so both parties can see. It's Kerrigan. She's 11/5. And then if you look at the bottom left corner, you see a time glass with the number 2. That is if you're on short time. That's your 11-year cost. So if I have 2 resources that are available, I could, instead of casting this card for 3, because 2 colorless, 1 blue crystal, I could cast it for just 2 colorless, so any color.
Short time is you have less 11-year cards than your opponent, correct?
Less 11-year cards, that's correct. So if I didn't have less 11-year cards and we were still like, was it 5 and 5? Unfortunately, I could not cast this, and then this would go to my hand.
So I just put the top 11-year cards out, right?
Yeah, actually, if you just put the deck there, how the creators made this game is you just shuffle everything and you hit the start button.
Oh, okay.
And it really does it for you.
All right, so let's throw my let's my deck back. Cool. Okay. So cost is in the middle. All right. I saw something about only use this to cast a spell. Is a spell anything out of your hand, or is it like a specific spell? Like in Magic, it's anything out of your hand.
Yeah, so a spell is you cast anything out of your hand, or there are specific cards that if your spells, or if you're using your spells as soul crystals, there are certain cards or certain cards that are on the battlefield that will allow you to cast your spell cards from your soul robe.
Okay, but like a citizen is not a spell card.
No, that's correct. Yeah, citizen is a citizen. Yep. Yeah. So sorry. So spell card is going to be like your instance. Yep.
Just wanted to check because in Magic, your spell cards are your creatures as well.
Gotcha.
I don't know how much Magic experience you have. I probably have way less than other people and way too much for others. Okay. All right. Who goes first?
I did my mulligan. I'm keeping this hand, but we could roll.
I'm just gonna keep this. So I'm just gonna go with it. All right, 3, 4.
All right.
I'll go first.
Yep.
If I go first, I can't attack first, correct?
You could attack if you have something that has eager.
Right. Oh, that's right. Summoning sickness.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to shove this guy down. So he's gonna go to my soul roll,
Okay.
and then I'll tap it to play out. Kiran.
Kiran.
I don't know.
All
I'm
right.
gonna butcher
Toxic.
this.
So, toxic is for you Magic players is going to be equivalent to Death Touch.
Yep. Okay, so what is this? This ability here. If you are in short time, you may cast Kiran from your limbo pile for 4. Is that like from your soul row? What's your limbo pile?
Yeah. So yeah, so your limbo pile. So you get your deck, and then right below it is your limbo pile. So, like in Flesh and Blood, your graveyard is up here.
Yep.
And then your banished area is here. The cryptic is reverse.
Mhm.
Graveyard here, or it's called limbo pile.
Oh, okay.
And then banished
Banishes.
zone abolish is up there.
Okay, so limbo pile is graveyard / discard. I don't know why people just can't call it discard, but actually, that was one thing I heard about this game. Someone was saying they're like, it's really good, it's really fun, but like they changed a lot of the wording just to be different.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Which is fine.
And then as far as the text on that, if you're on short time, so like I said, if you had five 11-year cards and I have 6, and Kieran's in the limbo pile, if you have 4 soul crystals, you tap 4 soul crystals and then send Kieran out of your limbo pile.
Nice.
Onto the island.
And also short time, it says it costs 0.
Oh yeah, and short time cost.
Okay. So I can't attack this turn, so now
just... No, I'm sorry. The time glass. Let me re-specify this. The time glass where it says 0, that's your 11-year cost.
That's my 11-year cost.
Yeah. So if Kieran was here, let's say this is just for whatever reason, this is my one of my 11-year cards, and then you get some damage, goes through, let it go through, boom, there's Kieran. Okay. The time glass is 0. I don't need to immediately cast him. Crystals. Yeah, I can immediately cast him. Now the other text on here says if you're on short time. So let's say you have 5 and I have 6, and it's in your limbo pile, then you have to use 4 soul crystals to cast it.
Got it. Okay, so that time glass says, because everything on here has a time glass on it, so if it's in my 11-year, it gets a bonus or whatever. Yeah. Or I can put it out for cheaper.
That's correct. Or and even in some of it where there's a time glass, but there's no number, and in parentheses it'll tell you exactly what you can do with that card.
Gotcha. Was I supposed to draw a card since I was turn 1 player, or no?
No, you don't draw a card on turn 1 player.
Got it. It's like every game is different. All right, go ahead.
I don't even know if I draw a card on my turn.
I'm assuming you do. You probably have to.
I think so. Yeah. So on this, where it says disengage, if you click the button, boom, here's your card.
Oh yeah, untaps and draws. Yeah, I saw someone playing it. I think it was Louis actually. I watched a little bit of his video. He was playing with the creator.
Yeah, shout out to Louis the George. Yes, sir.
I was watching his video today on Channel Fireball because of the bogus stuff.
I loved it. Did you watch Rudy's video right after?
Yes, I watched Rudy.
Oh my god, it was great.
I love Rudy where he was like, yeah, I buy stuff from them now too. It's like, yeah, I mean, they basically cut out the distributor now, apparently. Right? I'm wondering if I'm gonna ask Richard if he's bought from Channel Fireball, because it's like, why not just buy like a bunch of those and stock your shelves?
Yeah, exactly. Why wouldn't you? All right, so I'm gonna pitch Eterna for a blue or green resource or soul crystal, and then I'm going to.
I also read I listened to Hometown TCG. He went off too. It was hilarious.
Oh, I need to watch his, and I subscribe to his channel. I just haven't really watched his channel.
His channel has grown on me. Like at first I was kind of about it, but then I was like, yeah. Oh, do you know Dex and Droughts?
No.
Okay, he's a really cool content creator. I know him because he created this really cool, basically a commenter. Like if you're an LGS and you have, like just like extra stuff or whatever, he built like these like generic commenter decks specific for those sets, so you could create stuff in your store to do like learn to play events and stuff. So that's how I know him, and it's like really good quality. Like it's not just like here's some decks. It's like there's a lot of thought put into it, and on top of that, the PDF that it's in is like very professionally done.
Okay.
But I happened to catch him because he was streaming today. He ordered it and opened up all his boxes on stream. Spent like a few hours. He hit, because it's like one of each box. It's 6 boxes. The Channel Fireball one. He hit the Eye of Ophidia in his Arcane Rising with a Command and Conquer. He hit Shock Charmers, and one other legendary. He hit one Fable and 2 legendaries, and I was like, so it would be cool. I posted that, and I was like, it would be cool to see, the breakdown of, the boxes versus what the cards you got. And he's like, and I didn't see that he got the Fable, and he's like, yeah, I got an Eye of Ophidia and these 2 legendaries. Like, I got super lucky and like doubled my money easily.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. Those are good. Those are sick pulls too.
Yeah, I was just like, wow, okay. All right, what do we got?
So yeah,
Back
so
to
all
Kryptic.
I did was I casted Juturna for Soul Crystal, and I pitched or played Wayland and cost 1 blue.
So engage is
and-
engage tapping.
Yeah, engage is tapping.
Okay.
Yep. So
Sacrifice.
anytime you go into combat, also you automatically engage.
So he's saying sacrifice Wayland, return target citizen to its owner hand. Got it.
Yeah.
That's really good.
And then I am gonna pass turn.
Okay. So then I disengage. Cool. That doesn't get any easier.
Right?
What is this nonsense? Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, okay, that's really good. I'm not gonna do that. Oh, but that's really good. All these are so stinking good. I just need to.
Yeah, so for everybody who tunes into this, more about it. So they've got in Cryptic, you've got factions. So you got the humans, the Ascendants, the Mystics, the Undead are your factions, and then each faction has a overlord. You know that essentially takes care of their faction.
Black white. Okay, so I'll tap.
So like Mr. Dukraka there be the overlord of the Ascendant citizens.
No, what do you do? Well, I guess he does technically untapped. Or whatever, I don't know. So I will just... How do I choose where I'm attacking? What's the
Oh,
button?
so tabletop simulator, you could either hit tab to show that, or if you hold tab and then just drag your mouse.
Okay.
It will.
Okay, how do I turn that thing off of tab?
Go back to your pointer. On the left-hand screen or right-hand screen, you'll see a little.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
It says F1. How do I put F1 on my thing? Okay.
Kieran was going for this one right here.
Yes.
Okay. Do I want to trade blows with you? Nope. I'm gonna declare no blocks.
Okay.
Any spells?
Nope. I'm tapped out.
Okay. Flip it over. All right. Kushil. So her 11-year cost is a 4. I've only got 1, so I can't cast it anyways because I don't have the resources. So it goes to hand.
Got it. Wait, did you put it in your hand?
Yep, it's in my hand.
Why is there still 6 cards out? Oh. I think it took a second to catch up. Okay, let's go. Your turn.
All right. So I'm gonna disengage, draw a card. Let's see. I'll put Soaring Cascade into my soul row. Okay, so yeah, so Kieran came in, so he's tapped. Nidar is still active and can. I'm gonna use 2 and play Eros.
Okay.
Says engage and abolish arrows, counter target spell. And then I'm going to pass turn.
Okay.
So if anybody else is interested in Kryptic, the Kickstarter is still going on also. It ends on the 15th.
Oh, I gotta get on that because I know. Keeping. Okay, so this says I can only open this in my deck. I can add 1 of any color soul to your soul pile. If you are in short time, you may add 3 of any color. Instead, only use this soul energy to cast spells. This only works for this turn, correct?
Yes, only for that turn.
So okay, so I'm better in just putting this out as a, because I want to use this for mana anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, but that only gives me white mana. Hold on.
That'd be a colorless mana.
Oh, colorless?
Yeah.
Ooh, I'll take that. I'll take colorless. Cool. Alright. Let's put up. We're going to tap all those. We're going to throw out some Vlad right here.
And by all means, if whoever's watching this or does watch it, if we're playing wrong, this is probably my only 4th game I've ever played. So I'm kind of going on videos and some of the games I've played on the Kryptic Discord server. So if I'm making any mistakes or if we're making any mistakes, apologize. But
so let me ask you this: when I attack, I can attack with multiple guys against one target, or can I split them up? Like I can only target one 11
So no, you could split them up. You could like if you wanted all three of these guys to attack this 11-year card, you can. If you just want two to attack that one, you can.
So
If you just want one to attack each, you can. If you want two, yeah. You just can't deal direct damage to me until all of my soul row cards are gone, unless I only have one soul row card. Then you could like attack there and then attack me to the face.
So do I do one at a time if I'm gonna attack multiple cards?
Yeah, so if you're gonna, so how they say is if you go into combat, if you're gonna use all of your guys, you gotta say you say combat, and then you select the people that you're gonna have combat with, and then you're gonna draw the lines or show the lines of which 11-year card you're gonna hit.
Okay, so here's how it's going down. So I'm gonna hold this and draw here.
Hey, there you go. Okay, check.
Did that draw, and then hold this and draw here.
Yep. Okay. Got it. All right.
So basically straight
So
across.
now, okay. So since you declared your attackers, it's gonna go into my my stage. So now I'm gonna declare blockers.
So this guy says sidestep, so unless you have sidestep, you can't block
Yes,
this.
sidestep. I can't block him. So Nidar is gonna, regardless, is gonna go through. But which order are you? That does pay. It does deal a difference on depending on which one's going to be attacking first. So I don't know if you're attacking first with Kieran or
I'll
if
just
you're
attack
going to
first
attack
with
first
Kieran.
with
We'll just make it easy, left to right.
Okay. So let me. So Kieran, he's toxic though. And then you got Vlad out there too, just chilling for blocks.
He's just chilling. Well, I just put him out too, so he can't.
Yeah. Still not good. Man. I think I can't block that. That's a pest, man. Waylon's gonna sacrifice himself to hit Kieran. So
Okay.
that's gonna die. Kieran's gonna die.
Yep, Kieran dies.
And then Nidar I cannot block. So
I'm straight across. I'm just hitting the one straight that way.
oh, gotcha. Okay. Boom. So trivialize. Okay, so like I was saying about the 11-year cost. So you see the time glass, but it shows no cost. So it says you may place this card in your limbo pile and draw one. If you choose not to, this card goes to your hand. I think drawing is a pretty good thing. So I'm gonna put that in the limbo pile, and then I'm gonna draw one. Why not?
Why not?
Okay.
Okay. Pass off to you.
All right. I'm gonna disengage.
So I do like how this is what I heard does good about it. How if you are if you're behind, you have more cards, or you should have more cards.
Yeah, it's kind of beneficial. Like if you let some of your 11-year cards go, because I think you gain some kind of benefit to kind of you could probably turn the tides. Have more cards in your hand. It's pretty balanced. I've never really seen a whole blowout, so we'll see. We will see. Get in there. So I'm gonna cast another Soaring Cascade into the Soul row. Got 3, and then I'm gonna engage all three to pay for Estrid.
Okay.
And Estrid says, when Estrid enters the island, you may return target citizen to its owner's hand. So you could bounce back Vlad to your hand, sir.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go into combat.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I am going to attack that 11-year card right there.
Okay. So flip this over. Okay. Cool. Alright, I'll put that to my hand.
And then I think I am just gonna pass turn to you.
Okay.
And look at him, he's already flying, he's disengaging.
Yeah, I was listening to I think it was this game that the creator was saying he spent like a week or like over a week relearning how to he was like, I used to do code, or maybe that was sorcery. I can't remember, but I think it was this game where he said it took him a long time. It took him like over a week to get this stuff in place. And he's like, yeah, now I can do it in like 3 hours.
Yeah, that was the lead developer when he was on Louis' channel talking about it. Yeah, it took him about a week to learn the code.
And then he was like, yeah, I could do it in like 3 hours.
40 hours or 3, yeah.
Like it's not gonna take me a week anymore. It's like, yeah.
I think he did it. I mean, it's a pretty bang up job on TTS. I mean, it's like I said, I like how he has it where you just hit the start button and it flies all your cards out, and you don't have to worry about untapping stuff. And
yeah, I'm actually gonna use Vlad and put him out now. I'm getting to territory where I don't need that. Okay. Jeez, this is super interesting. So I'm just going to tap 1 and put out Tocho.
Tocho cannot be blocked by citizens with a total sold cost of 3 or more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna attack with Nidar. I'm just gonna hit that empty one right here.
Yep, can't block it, so... Alright. Ooh, what we got? Ronin. Okay. 11-year cost is 2. Can't play it because everything's tapped. There's a hand.
Yep. Put it in your hand.
I go?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Let's engage. So bad. Alright, well, I think... I'm gonna cast Theodore in the soul row. 4 soul crystals. Search my limbo pile really quick. How many do I have? 2. Oh, nice. That's sick. Okay. I'm gonna tap 4. I'm gonna play Rosa.
Okay.
When Rosa enters the island, you may place 1 card from your limbo pile into your soul row engaged. Rosa gets +2/+2 for every spell card in your soul row. When Rosa dies, draw 1. If you are in short time, draw 1, then probe 1 instead. So I'm gonna grab this fancy card right here, which is a spell card, and engage it. So Rosa is now a 2/2, 2/2, 2/2. So 2, 4, 6. She's at 12/12. And then
Wow.
I am going to go to combat.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just gonna go left to right. We're gonna go here and here.
Okay. I'm gonna let you take them.
Okay. Ooh. Spicy.
Okay, so first off, he costs 0, so he's coming out.
Very, very good. Damn it.
It's cost what? 6?
3, yeah, 6.
He's got sidestep though.
That stuff's good, man.
Yeah, I'm actually going to. No, you know what? I'm going to put him into my hand. Okay. All right. Anything else?
And nope, I'm all tapped out. That's her.
Can I play spells on your turn or no?
Yes, you can. You get the just kind of like that before the end of your turn. I'm gonna cast this.
Okay, so at the end of your turn, I'm going to cast this.
Okay. Oh man.
1, 2, 3. So I'll tap out. And I'm going to destroy an 11-year card. I'll just destroy this one.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading it. If you're on short time, are you on short time?
No.
Nope, we're both even. Okay. Okay, so destroying this one.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What you get? Rash Judgment.
Oh, wow, that's ridiculous.
I'm gonna.
Keep that. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, is destroy. Wondering if destroy meaning like you can't do anything with, like if it's like abolished, like you can't. I
No, it
don't
says
know.
counter. It says counter target spell or citizen.
Probe 1.
So like I play something, you counter it, and then it goes to my discard pile.
Yeah, but that's just its first text. I gotta go by from the 11-year row.
Oh, if you may place this card in your limbo pile and draw one. If you choose not to, this card goes to your hand.
Yeah. So.
Oh, so you can either throw it to limbo and draw one, or you can put it in your hand.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna put it in my hand. Yep.
Okay. All right. So now it's my turn.
Yep.
That was ridiculous. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, the artwork on some of these are really good too. I think the only one I don't like is one of them in my hand. But other than that, I think they're pretty good.
I'm gonna put this guy out. Then I'm gonna tap 3. Put her out.
What we got? Brana is on target player plays on living card they control. If you're choosing face up for the rest of the game, during a short time, you place you face up. Okay.
I'm gonna choose this card.
Okay.
Nice.
Destroy.
Alright, well, I think this is game over.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because, so, he's gonna go and hit that, and he's gonna go and hit that, and you can't block either one. And you're tapped out.
Yep. Wait, so Nidar is hitting this one?
Yep.
And Tocho is hitting this one?
Yep.
And then Kieran is hitting Ian to the face?
Yeah. Let me hit you to the face. Can I hit you to the face?
Oh, I mean, yeah, because even if you knock out all of these, you still have to deal damage to
Okay. It's not to deal
myself.
damage to you. Yes.
Yeah.
Then yes, that's exactly what's happening. Left to right.
Left to right.
So I guess you can stop Kieran.
Yeah, so, alright, so whenever 11-year card is destroyed. Okay. Let's see. Ah, man, I'm all tapped out. So, okay, that one has to come to my hand.
Find out what this one does.
Cost 0, if you control this, once it becomes toxic, now I'm gonna cast that out.
Mm-hmm.
Cost 0. And I'm gonna block with Pollux and trade blows.
And you draw.
Yep.
Okay, so these guys are tapped.
Alright. So I go?
Here we go.
Alright, I'm bringing the fireworks. Disengage.
Is there a hand size in this?
Yeah, it's at 9. 6, 7,
Yeah, you're at 9.
Yeah, okay. Alright. Yeah, I've got to do some things here. Let's see what can I do.
It's funny.
Do that. That would help out a lot. Huh. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. And the soul row. So now Miss Rosa is a 14/14. And then do I have anything with eager? Okay, I'm gonna go to combat.
Mhm.
And tap. So just in row. So her the her, here the here, and here the here.
Yep. So she's a 14/14 now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I'm gonna block arrows.
Yep. Trade blows.
Yep.
Yep.
Alright, and then this one's gonna hit here. Let me. I'm not. I will let it hit. Dojo, sweet. He's coming out.
Okay.
Does he come out untapped?
Yeah, he got untapped. It's kind of like I think in Magic, like unless it's because was it in block you don't even
Yeah.
or yeah when you do block you do engage it, huh? But I still think when it comes out, it's just like something needs to.
Yeah. So Rosa will hit. Is gonna go after it. I should probably block her. I guess I'll block with Dojo.
Okay. So yeah, took that touch.
It just goes away.
Yep. So those don't hit. So now, okay. That resolves. None of those. So now what I'm gonna do is okay. Three, four, and Lyco Shield.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna abolish her.
Mm-hmm.
So wipe all creatures off floor. Then with the remaining two, I am going to play Einar. Einar can't block, and Einar can't be blocked. And then I am going to pass turn.
Okay. He cannot be blocked. He cannot block.
Nope. He can't block, and he can't be blocked.
I hate to do this, but I'm doing this. Alright, so he's going out.
Uh-huh.
So then we are.
I mean, you got with the eager.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Oh no.
Yeah. So we're gonna go. Yeah, tap, tap. And then tap and do him.
Oh, you do.
Pro
Damn it.
one, so I draw one and then I discard one.
Allegor. Yep.
And then I'll discard one. Oh well, this guy's pointless anyway, so I'm okay to get rid of him. And then yeah, I'm gonna attack with him. Oops, where'd he go?
Yeah. I don't know if I got. Nope. No saving grace. And I die. And I just flip the board.
Ah! You got it. You got it,
Yeah.
didn't it? That's hilarious. Okay, so that's. I like
So
that.
yeah, I mean, cryptic in a nutshell.
Yeah. No, that felt good. I do. So one complaint is just like. We'll start out with the bad, I guess. I think like their attack and life totals feel like a lot higher than maybe they should be. But that's so tiny. Like that's just like the little designer part of my brain going like, huh, you could probably crunch those numbers a little bit better.
Now, that in
but-
their defense on that for rebuttal, they are still in testing phase and they are very heavily community heavy, and they're actually pretty good at listening to the community on play testing as it is on TTS right now. So they are in the midst of making changes at the moment.
Yeah, and that's just like such a minute like. If it stays the same, like whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like it truly doesn't.
Well, that or it could be the gameplay that I did because I should have not put Einar out there and probably put someone else. So.
But I noticed too that, and this is an interesting design choice, and I understand it, is a lot of the characters have bigger attack than they have defense.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes, I don't know that I love that, but at the same time, like, I totally get it. And I'm not naysaying it at all.
Oh no, yeah.
Like it makes it where like if you're attacking or block or whatever, like your guy's probably going. And they can always attack up if they want to, or down, like, or you can block down or whatever. Anyways, but I get it. Like at the same time, I get it. I don't know. I'd had to play more to get it, but like that's such a small thing. Like this guy's a Alimus or whatever. He's a 6/6. Like that's the for me anyways. From what I was looking at on my deck, maybe it's not normal. Maybe it's normal. That's the first time I like saw ratios being like equal. Normally it would be like a 8/6 or like a 10/6 or something.
Yeah, was that 2-drop? I think. Yeah, so I think a lot of the cards, like the 2-drops, are all equal 12. The 6/6. Try to find another 2-drop.
That seems about right. Yeah. Because this is a 1-drop. He's a 6/2.
What about what do you have for 1-drop? 5/3?
Well, I have this Eligor. He's a 6/2, so that's about 8. He's also eager, so they're probably 1-drops are probably higher, honestly.
Yep. So I mean, that's 8. Pollux here is an 8 total. 5 and 3.
Yeah, that's just such a minute. Like, if I played it more, it'd like probably make more sense why it's like that. But it's such a minute. I liked it. I'd like to see maybe more spells, but maybe it's just these starter decks just don't have more spells because it's.
Oh well, I'll tell you this.
As an intro deck, having more spells doesn't feel good. I guess like when I'm starting out, as it gets more advanced, like I'd like to see more spells. But
So Brawn in here, and that's why I was trying to fill my
Oh, that's right.
my
Your
uh
deck is spells.
my spells in the Soul Road, because if you look at Ronin, I could you may cast disengage spell cards from your Soul Row.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, okay, you had a lot of spells. I just must have not been a spell deck at all.
Yeah, so I was trying to get him out there, and usually, so he would probably be the guy where I would never attack or very seldomly attack if
Mm-hmm.
there's no threat to block him, because as you can see from his text, I could anything
Yeah, he's a
that's not
6'10",
disengaged.
so okay, so
Yep,
that's
I
good then.
could cast spells, and then spells from my hand cost one less. So
Mm-hmm.
um,
Okay, okay. So, scratch that complaint because it looks like your deck is heavy spells. So that's cool. No, that's cool. And also he's a 6'10", so he has a high defense.
yeah,
Yeah. No, I think. Yeah, I know it was definitely interesting. It felt good. It felt very fluid. It doesn't feel like this would take a long time once you know the cards.
no, yeah, I think so. The set is 100 and it's 150 card set.
Mm-hmm.
His rotation, he's saying he's gonna do um, roll out 2 sets a year, possibly 3, but that's still to be determined.
Well, as
But
a
it's definitely
small,
definitely definitely 2 sets a year.
yeah, as a smaller one, I don't mind 2 sets. I think, in my mind, 3 sets a year is like the perfect number.
Hmm.
Um, just because like 4 sets a year, it's like, so like I hit this. So like I come from a heavy like Magic Gathering background, not competitive, but also heavy Hearthstone background.
Uh-huh.
So Hearthstone does 3 sets a year. Magic does 4 sets a year. Well, standard
It's
sets. They do more than that. They have way more than that. They're like
isn't that like
four
really
sets is
hard to
too
keep
hard
up
to
with?
keep up with. Four
Like,
sets is
that's what I
just
was
too
figuring.
because it's like by the time you get the cards in your hands, you're starting spoiler season basically. like like it's crazy. So like 3 sets is a good number. I like 3 sets. 2 sets actually feels better for something like this because this is like more feels
Mhm.
like more like an indie game. It'll
Yep.
probably be played competitively, but like there's ways to inject interesting stuff into the. If like 2 sets isn't enough, there's ways where you can inject cards into it without like doing a full set.
Right.
Like you could do. I like stuff like where almost like a. Um, do you know what an LCG is? The living card game.
No, not really. Mm-mm.
So like Game of Thrones was it. Netrunner was the biggest one. Um, so like those, the way that LCGs work is this was like a big thing 10, 15 years ago, maybe a little bit
Okay.
longer. When the TCG started falling out of favor, Fantasy Flight said, "Hey, let's do LCGs," which is a living card game where like what they do is they release like like almost like a mini set every month, um, but it's like you know what's in the pack. It's not like a
Okay.
randomized pack. It's like here's a full play set of these 10 cards.
Gotcha.
Is how they do it. So there's like ways that you could do it where like, hey, if we need more than 2 sets a year, but we don't necessarily want to do a full set, hey, why don't we do like here's a full play set of these 10 cards or something. Just to like
Hmm.
shake up the meta, you know, like so there's like ways you could inject stuff or like release a product like we have for instance, you know, Pokemon is constantly releasing those secondary products. You know, we got for Fab, we got classic battles. Like, there's going to be brand new cards in classic battles.
Right.
I'm going to pick that up. Like, I play Dory. You know, so like that's going to be another way of injecting new cards into the system without it being like a new set. So like, there's ways to do it. So like, if 2 sets is not good enough, or the players get frustrated that it's every 6 months, like then you could be like, oh well, here's another product, a cool product that we want you to spend your money on, and it brings cards into the ecosystem without like you know, having you buy more stuff, like overly so.
Right.
I know, like, because I'm looking at this from a perspective like I have fab.
Yep.
Like I can't drop I can't buy a whole case of any other TCG I want to.
Yeah.
And I spent, you know, usually with fab I buy one case, if that. Well, spend about one case, 1 to 2 cases. This past set I'd only bought one case, which was the smallest I've ever bought. This next set I think because it's draft, I'll probably just buy one box and then draft and then see where we are.
Are you talking about Uprising or
Yeah, Uprising. Because it's drafting. Like, we're not. After that set comes out, like, we're drafting. Or sealed or whatever. Like, we're not. We're going to do that for another month or two. I'll be tired of CC by then. I'm drafting.
Yeah. So and that's why I think this is where like you're saying for Fab for me, of course, could be number one overall, but it's so competitive that this one I think would fill the void of like just the armory events if they have armory events, kind of like your Magic the Gathering Friday nights when they used to do that. That's so I kind of feel like this would be my in-betweener game. And its sorcery is hands down. Like I said, we played that one game, but I've played a few more.
I enjoyed that.
It's absolutely casual. Don't care if I die by a thunderbolt or a fireball or a pixie. And it's just yeah.
Well, this is a very different. I like this because this felt quicker. It was a very different feeling, and if they're only doing like a set every 6 months, then it feels like, hey, if this is something that I fell in love with, it'd be like, oh, every 6 months I'll buy a box or two, no problem. But then you gotta think like, oh, it's a box or two on top of whatever I'm buying for Fab. Like, it sort of depends like when it falls.
But it once again too, like you said, I mean,
good.
this was our first game. It was probably a little bit longer than it should be, but I think typical games are 20, 30 minutes. I mean, that's like Blitz games, or maybe even a little bit longer than Blitz games, because Blitz games now can just die on turn 2.
Oh my gosh, I know.
So another subject, but
yeah. No, it is. Well, and it's like this weird. I like a lot of systems I have in place. Like, I like the fact that every card is a mana.
Yep.
So I had to make decisions on like, what am I going to use? I like all my cards in my hand, but I need a mana. So that's a really cool system. I like that system. Or like, hey,
I like the system of not using life counter total.
Yep.
Using 11-year card row.
It feels very Pokemon-esque, which feels good.
Okay.
So Pokemon, you have the same thing where like, hey, I knock out your Pokemon, I get a prize. I get to pick a prize and you have 6 prizes. So once you've collected all 6 prizes, basically knocked out 6 of their Pokemon, you get a prize.
Okay. And now in this, like, it felt like, oh, I don't want to lose an 11-year card, but when I did use 11-year card, you know, I could either I like it because it either comes to your hand, or you could cast it,
I like
or
that bonus.
you know, it could
The
be
bonus thing is cool.
It's like a bonus for you, so that's pretty neat.
The fact that it doesn't just automatically go to your hand, you get a bonus, and then some of them make choices of like, hey, get rid of this and draw a card. Like, that's a cool concept. I really like that.
Yeah.
That feels good. There's a lot of good stuff. I think it's good. It'd be I'm when I give it the stamp of me. I like it. Yeah, no,
I like it.
It's just there's a lot of good things going for it. It feels good.
More reps, more trying to figure out the synergies, and like I said, which is good because it's a very small set to 150. You could learn the cards pretty quickly, I think.
Yeah, and that's fine. I'd like to see what the rarities are like and the drop rates and stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's another thing on set, so you could have multiples of 3 of every card.
Okay.
Too. Forgot to state that.
Yeah. Makes sense. No, that's. I think there's a lot going for sure. I'm curious to see what their plans are. I know it's supposed to be very community driven, so I don't really know. I've just heard stuff like that. I don't really know the details on it, which is really cool.
I don't know if the screen, if you can see the screen, if it pull. Can you see that? Probably not. No. Anyways, if you go to their website, they do have like a little roadmap. It kind of lets you know what they're trying to do and their goals, and it goes, the roadmap that they have right now goes all the way to Q1 of 2023, where they are going to have a it looks like they are trying to make this somewhat competitive, so it's called Judgment Tournament in Las Vegas. Is scheduled to be for Q1 of 2023.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm just curious
and then
to see.
They're trying to get the cards out for this first set, which is Genesis, to be shipped to the backers and distributors in November.
Got it. Yeah, I'm gonna back the just the decks, the theme decks.
I gotcha, man. Me and Cobb gotcha.
Oh, do you? You guys are gonna do it?
But I still would do the I think it's the Noble Citizen. That way you could get your little I think he's throwing in like a test pack and something else for the Kickstarter.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll look at that. Yeah, no, if you guys are doing that, then I'll just buy it through Cobb. Because I'm sure Cobb will give me.
Yeah, Cobb actually got the really big set. I think he's pretty heavy in on this one.
That's surprising. This over sorcery.
Well, he was heavy on sorcery because well,
because you were
like, me and him split it. So yeah. He said this one, if I want to jump in, he'll split it with me. If not, it's good either way. I told him I have to wait and see what the bonus looks like.
Yeah, well, I know like Cobb's just really smart when it comes to that stuff, because I know he plays the market. He does.
Yeah.
And this is a good thing to just play the market and see where it goes. But I know at the same time too, like if I'd be like, hey, I want to buy that, like he's not gonna, if the market goes crazy on it and like drives the price, I have full confidence that he'll give me the right price on it.
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%.
Like I'm not. People get on like LGS's like jacking up prices and stuff like that, whereas Cobb's just like, well, this is what the market's doing. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Because I know like with Fab, he was doing it market price when it came out, like Monarch, but he also didn't have a community. Like, I have full confidence if we were a community at Monarch, he'd be like, hey guys, go, here's MSRP.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because he wants to make sure that the players are taken care of, and always give them the right prices.
I could fully say with confidence on buying a couple of cases from him for Everfest. It was.
He gave you good prices.
A very, very, very good price.
Yeah. No, he gives good price. He takes care of his players.
Yeah.
He makes sure that his players, the people who are there, who's part of the community, makes sure that they're taken care of before. I'm curious with Uprising. I know I'm only buying through him for Uprising, but I think I'm going to need a couple boxes.
I'm actually in the same boat unless Rudy does something, because I have to use my gym keeper.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, I think from everything else, or everybody putting pre-orders in, I'm not doing that anymore. I'll just buy through Cobb.
Yeah.
And we're kind of really honest, to be honest with you, see what's going to happen. I think Uprising is going to be a good set, but with all of this turmoil from Channel Fireball. Uh, I hate to say it, but I don't unless LSS finds a way to get out of this relationship with them, the game's gonna die.
Yeah, it's at a weird spot for sure.
Yep.
I don't
And
think
I
it's
don't
gonna
want it to
die,
because
but
it's
it's
the
yeah.
best game ever. But it's gonna hurt. I mean, there's stores around here that are refusing to carry the product.
Rightfully so. Like, why would you?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like,
So
I know
it's just
Cobb got in early and he's backing it. Like, he's all for it.
I mean, just like what Rudy said on his video. I mean, I'm 100% right. You keep your allocation of what you have, and just buy through Channel Fireball.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, and like I looked at that when they just released a history pack bundle. I looked at it, I was like, no, I already messaged Cobb, like, he should be getting some in. I told him I'm going to buy through him, so, like, I'm not buying this. But it's very tempting. But, like...
Yeah.
I also don't have, like, $400 to drop down on that. Because, like, I have all the cards I need at this point. So, like, getting all those other boxes is just kind of, like, overkill, I guess. So, like, I'm... You know, but it's like after Uprising, if they do some weird thing with Uprising, it's kind of like, oh, well, if they do a cool deal on Uprising, like maybe I'll buy it. I don't know, because I'm not planning on buying a lot. But like at the same time, like I gotta do that. No, I shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. It's like it's such good deals, but like. I just like there's so much of me that goes like it's Channel Fireball.
Yeah.
I shouldn't buy it.
Yeah.
Like I almost did did you see the 24 pack deal that they did?
No, I did not.
It was basically like 4 of every set for
Okay.
like what was it, like 50 or 60 bucks. I calculated it was like $2.30 or 40 cents per pack.
Oh wow.
So it was like
That's
really
pretty
cheap. But it was like just like 4 packs of each set. So like who knows if you're gonna get any, you know, it's not even a full box. But like
right.
if you just want to open random packs, like that's just. But I kept going back and forth. I had it in a cart and I was like, no, it's Channel Fireball. I can't do this. Like I almost bought it like 3 or 4 times. Like no, I don't think it's out anymore. I think they switched it up with a new bundle or whatever with that new history pack bundle. But like. That's what keeps happening is like Channel Fireball does it cheap. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do it. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. It's Channel Fireball.
Yeah.
Well, because I think what's going on, and I'm gonna say this, and then I gotta go to bed because my body's like done. Because they have the deal with them, and I think they make most of their money from the events. For them, they're just like, we got the product, we need to just get rid of it because we're gonna make a ton off of the events. I think that's what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't care about the actual
like
product. They make money off of the events. So for them, it's just
Yeah.
like, hey, I make $5 off it. Who cares?
Exactly, and that's with that contract that they're in that LSS cannot get out of right now.
I have a hard time believing they can't get out of it.
I think I think they could get out of it, but there's gonna be a price point.
Well, I mean, they keep breaching contract though somehow, but they need to do something
Yeah,
like. Do you know?
yeah,
so I don't know how much of MetaZoo you follow. Like, I just follow MetaZoo news. I don't actually play MetaZoo. But Mike, the CEO of MetaZoo, the creator of MetaZoo, Channel Fireball was doing something similar to his MetaZoo, and he publicly stated on Twitter or something, he said, listen, I know, I see what Channel Fireball's doing, and that's going to be remembered when we go to do a new contract. Like, publicly calling out Channel Fireball, saying, hey, this is not okay. And he's like, he's getting into Target and Walmart. Like, he has Target and Walmart products coming up. He's got all this stuff. So, like, he doesn't need Channel Fireball. He literally is getting into Target. And stuff like that. So he, like, is just straight up calling it out, being like, this is going to be remembered when we renegotiate our contract. I don't think that they've done too much since he said that. Like, they haven't pulled too much shit. Like, I'm sure they've pulled some shit, but like, not to the extent that they're doing to Fab. And it's kind of like,
well, see, and that's the thing, because
they need to just like publicly call them out or something.
And I think James White wants to do that, or I don't. There's something that we don't know.
Yeah. But I mean, you can publicly state on like your personal Twitter, we're gonna remember this when we go to redo our contract. When it's time to redo, like, I have a hard time believing that that's breaching some sort of contractual deal. Like, that's not saying anything. You know, that's like Donald Trump tweeting out some bullshit when he was president, and like stocks plummet because he said one stupid thing. You know what I mean? Like, like there's this knee-jerk reaction going on because of a stupid tweet, but like there's power in that and saying stuff like that. And I think the fact that like the most public thing LSS has said was Channel Fireball's birthday, thank you for being a part of this, what, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I don't know, it's not a great look. Like, so yes, you're 100% right. If this keeps going, LGSs are going to be like, why? And the LGSs that currently have it will be like, well, I'll just buy from Channel Fireball's fire sale for my customers.
And I think that's, I guess, is kind of more geared to the newer store that hasn't had allocations yet or whatnot. And then your regular LGSs is just like what Rudy said. Keep your allocations of what you have and just go through Channel Fireball. Because why not? I would. If I was a store owner, that's exactly what I would do.
Well, yeah, because you're still selling at a profit, no matter what.
Yep. Exactly.
And for me, I'm like, I don't know if I commented on Rudy's video or somebody else's, but it's kind of like, yeah, like, if I was a store owner, as a player and or as like potential, like if I was a store owner or even as a player, I'm kind of like, I'm okay with that simply because it's going to get to the players if an LGS buys it, and then it's going to get to the players through the LGS and not through Channel Fireball. So it's like there's less of it, I guess, and then the LGS gets it. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, okay,
right?
Like, it's basically going to a distributor without having to pay all the stupidness. I don't know. Anyways, it's super silly.
Yeah,
but we will see. It is the best game by far. I don't think it will die down. I don't know that it will die a slow death. I don't know that this will kill it, but because Europe isn't having this problem, I could see it dying down in America for a little bit and Europe carrying it and then it coming back. Like that I could see happening. I don't think LSS is slowing it down though. I don't think they're gonna die out because James White said recently that Europe is getting close to surpassing US a number of players and a number of LGSs carrying it.
I don't have the data, but I mean
that's what James White said. And
no, I know. I don't know.
So
like I said, I don't want it to die. It's my favorite game that I've ever played. So I just that just something needs to happen.
Yep. Anyways, it's bedtime.
But yeah, really quick though before you go to bed, we got Thursday night. Hopefully it'll be there, and then if you are, we play some Fab. But after that, I want to get my hands on the physical cards.
On the physical
this
cards.
Game, Kryptic. Yep.
Yeah.
So
some of those stupid rounds take forever. Maybe we can throw this out on the table while I'm playing an aggro deck, so I don't know what you're playing, but my games will be fast either way.
Yeah. No. Yep. I've got an aggro, and I vowed I would never play this hero, and
what are you
here
playing?
I am because I'm going to Jersey, and
what are you playing? Starvo?
What do you think it is?
Starvo?
Nope.
Well, you're not on Vis because Vis got gutted.
It did. It got nerfed hard.
Vis is gone. let's see here. Aggro Katsu.
Nope.
It's not Briar because Briar kind of got hit too.
Briar is it's second on the list in case I can't figure this hero out.
My hero.
I've told you many times I absolutely despise this hero.
Kano? Can't be Kano.
I despise Kano too, but not as much as this hero.
Well, you play Dash, so it's not Dash.
I love Dashy Dash.
I know, and you play Prism, so it's not Prism. Chain,
I
you're
love
on Chain. You're on Chain.
Yep.
You gotta
I'm
be on
fucking
Chain.
running Chain. Yep.
Gotta be on Chain. I've actually been looking at Chain myself.
Chain is it's aggro and because Briar's gas, but Chain's more gas and can go wider.
I've been eyeballing Chain myself, but I built this Lexi deck because I love Lexi and I had to be a ranger, and it's a really good deck. Whether or not I can pilot the really good deck is another story.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be with me and Chain. I'm like,
Yeah, it's a really good deck.
Oh shit, I forgot my shackle.
Yeah, no, it's a lightning Lexi that won at one of the callings, but it's a really good deck. So it's just I've played it a couple times on Flesh and Blood Online, and it was I got really weird hands. And so like I'm at the point where like I get what the deck wants to do, I understand it. I'm just like don't know the deck well enough to like go like how do I get through this weird hand, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
So it's
yeah, I've had those hands.
yeah. So like I'm at the point where I'm like I know what this wants to do, I know what I want to do in a normal hand, but it's like when I get those like weirds, like the other day I tried it out and the other person went first, and I got 2 Art of Wars and like Rain Razors and some arrow, and I'm kind of like, well, I can't block. Like, well, how do I get through this this first turn? Like, I'm gonna redraw. Like, I don't. I think the play was to do like an Art of War, and like, there's a weird thing in there that I just like need more time with the deck for it to make sense. That makes sense.
No, it does. So you got to be in tune with your deck, man.
So it's like when I get those like weird turns of like here's a double Art of War with some other card, and you're just kind of like, okay, what? Okay. But yeah, it'll be fun. I'm excited. No, but I've been eyeballing Chain. I don't have a husk, so like I haven't like completely committed to Chain, but like there's some really interesting stuff with Chain.
I didn't have a rainbow foil eclipse, so I had to sleeve up a cold foil eclipse.
I have a rainbow foil if you need to borrow one.
Well, I mean, hell, cold foil eclipses are dirt cheap anyway, so
yeah, I think I got my rainbow foil eclipse for like
$30. Yes.
I think I got it for like 20.
Oh my goodness!
Like
wow.
It was like an eBay bid thing, and I was like, oh, wow. let's just bid like really low, and I got it.
Nice.
It was just like that's how all my like bigger cards are. It's like, well, I'm just gonna bid like low and like 50% of it, and just if I don't get it, I don't care, and if I do, great. Like my Skeleton, I got it for like $10. It was like going for 30 then.
Skeleta, man, I cannot believe they nerfed my Skeleta.
What I don't get about all this is, especially for a card like, I get it, like they have this whole thing, like James White said, hey, I don't want to have it where like certain heroes can't have, like I just want to ban it across the board. But like for something like Skeleta that for like an equipment that starts on the board, I don't get why you can't just say Vizorite can't use it. Because it's on the board. Like it's one thing if it's in the deck, like they're like, we don't want to have cards like in the deck, and you have to know like, hey, Autumn's Touch, I can only not run that in Starfall, for instance. Like They could have just
Mhm.
nerfed it out of Starvo and said Starvo can't run Autumn's Touch, but they say Autumn's Touch is banned because they don't want you to be like, well, you can't do it in Starvo, but you can do it in Briar and Oldham. So like they don't want that. But like for cards that start on the board, I'm like, I feel like you could easily just go, this hero can't use it anymore.
Like that would be, yeah, because
Because it starts on board, like you immediately flip it over and go like, that's an illegal card. Like
yeah,
don't play
yeah.
Skeletal
I
and
mean,
Viscera.
they completely banned that card, right?
Yeah, it's
Is that
gone.
or suspended it? It's gone.
It's suspended until Viscera is gone. Because it's not a problem in Chain and Briar.
Yeah, yeah. Why would you? Yeah, you should just done it for Viscera because yeah.
It starts
Hey,
on
I'm
board.
not the game. Yeah.
So, like, seeing stuff like that, I'm just kind of like, I don't think those are. I get what they're doing because they just want to say, like, hey, like, you can't play this card, like, right now, like, period. But, like, we have these sections off with these very specific heroes that I don't get why you just go, like, Viscera, I can't play that card. Especially if it, like, starts on board. It starts on board.
Right.
It's like, there's no questions of, like, oh, that's an illegal deck. Like, you know, like, hey, I played on Autumn's Touch and I'm Starvo and I played on Autumn's Touch. I'm not supposed to, but I could play in Briar. Like, I get them, like, saying, we just want to say that card's out. Okay, fine, whatever. I get that. Because you don't want to be in the middle of the game being like, you just played an Autumn's Touch or you're fused with an Autumn's Touch and you're not supposed to have that card in your deck, but, like, Briar can have it, you know, like, whatever. I get it.
Yeah.
But something that starts on board, it's kind of like, you can immediately see, like, that's not right.
Yeah.
And in like high competitive play, if you like, I don't know, like even at Armories, just like kind of letting it go, I wouldn't care. The reason why I like am kind of pissed off about Scalata is less about like it's broken, because it really is. Let's face it, it's broken, but it's broken in Viscera. It's more of like, that's my armor for Briar. Like,
Yeah.
having
And,
that
and that's
2
that's
armor on Briar is like, I can't replace that.
right.
3 armor if I want
Exactly.
it.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I think you're absolutely right. It should have been just for Viscera, and yeah, because other heroes could utilize it, and yeah,
you know, Chain
just
has Husk, so it's like, okay, they got that big defense if they want it. But like Briar,
Yep.
like, what do I put there?
you put the Toonie there,
Maybe, but I almost feel like Aether Reeve might be better.
or Aetherweave, yeah.
Because like that 2 burst for the turn that I need it
Yeah.
might be better.
So yeah, it was funny because I like I said I've never played Chain. I built the deck and I've been goldfishing it, and so I went to the Armory event in Crestview,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, and I had my Briar deck and I had my Chain deck. I'm like, huh. So I went and played Briar. It fucking just got annihilated. Just
Did you?
like, yeah. I mean, it doesn't have the oomph.
It's
But
just,
the
it's the
person
most
that,
fair of the
yeah.
rune plates.
But the person who went 3-0 was a Prism player, and after the event was done, I said, "Hey man," I said, "you got a time to play a game?" He's like, "Yeah." I said, "All right." So I busted out Chain, and I've never played Chain before, and fucking yeah, a 17-0 Chain against Prism, just wiped it out.
So with Chain, what it is it's because of the way he plays. Well, number one, I think the way he plays is stupid. Like, I think it like totally breaks the game. Like, it to be like that's the way that the
It does. That's why it pissed me off, because when I was playing Prism, this is pre
When he was way
the
too
original OG, when he was way broken, and I was running Prism, and I beat a few Prisms or Chains, but the TCG card guy, the Sebastian Caballo, who took second in Las Vegas at that call-in. He's the one that bubbled me out of my of RTN and Georgia events.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So he's
but
a good Chain player.
Yeah, a great Chain player. But I've beat him a couple of times too. But yeah, that's where my whole hatred of Chain came in, was that era right there.
Well, it's just the fact that like he's a
But
set,
you
he's
get
a combo
abundance of
deck.
like
He's a combo deck. He's not an aggro deck. He's a combo deck, and it's the fact of like once turn 3 or
you
4
get a
happens, he doesn't use his hand.
yeah. He just plays from the mana zone. Use his hand as a resource. Just
Mhm.
pitching. It's just yeah. It's not fair.
No, it's just like
So,
you basically
I
you come
I
in with like
I
6 to 8 card hands every turn.
yeah. I am all for that hero to be banned. I absolutely hate him, and I told myself I'd never play him. But you know what? I'm going to
Well,
Jersey,
yeah, but because
and I need to be competitive.
Yeah.
So here
Well,
I am,
and,
jumping
and
on the freaking chain bandwagon now.
and the thing is with him, like because of the way he functions, like he fixes a lot of your bad plays.
Yeah.
You do a bad play, it's like, oh, not that big of a deal. Yeah, maybe I'll take 1 or 2 damage here because I did a bad play and I like didn't quite do it the way I should have. But like,
Yep.
he kind of fixes
Yep.
himself.
Or able to take the blood debt by just leaving, some cards in blood debt zone to have a really really big turn too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, it's time for bed.
Damn,
I know,
11:30.
yeah.
Yes, it is.
I know.
Gotta
That's
work,
what I was
dude.
like. I know. That's what I was like.